Alright, there's another view of that trammer with the ore carts running out behind it. Another view of that cribbing, and then behind me there are these iron pegs, or steel, whatever, metal pegs driven into the rock. I'm guessing there may have been stairs or something there at one time to lead the miners up into the stopes. To my right here is a drift that runs back and stops right there. So, can't imagine what else is going to be in here for us, but who knows, given what we've seen so far. There's a dramatic pillar right there, and again, more of these stopes and such. The pillar right there, and here there's the foundation for something here. Not sure what. More cribbing here. There's a closer view of it. Looks like the remains of an ore cart here. Another winch here. There's the winch right there. And presumably that is, or was, the motor for the winch. All stoped out up above, lots of galleries, pillars, and here's looking down the winds here. Runs all the way down there into a flooded drift. So I might save this one for later. And another pillar right there. In front of me here is a fair amount of more machinery. Not sure what this is actually. Looks like a winch on a cart. I think that's exactly what that is actually. These ore carts run all through the mine. Actually, the ore carts run as far as I can see. These are fairly unique though, these winches on the ore carts. I have not, sorry, kind of hard to walk around here. These winches on the ore carts are not something that I have ever seen before. So this mine continues to impress. Probably easier to see on this one. So I'm not lying, those are ore cart wheels on the ore cart tracks, but then it's a winch. Really cool. And then let's keep running back this way, and God, it just keeps going. I don't know if that's ore or stuff that just fell in there or what. More ore carts here, and what do we have here? It looks like maybe another mucker. Yeah, see a mucker. And behind us, we've got this area it would seem they don't really want us to go into. I'm not sure why. Looks like it runs there and stops, and does not stop this way. This is wild. Okay, there's a doorway here. Keeps going that way. A doorway here. And a collapse there. It's actually, that doesn't look like a collapse. There's a doorway here. blocked off, and you've got pipe there for ventilation. And I'd be willing to bet that, yeah, I assume that was a collapse, but looking at it more closely, I think that's bricked off. Yeah, that was done intentionally. There's just a little pocket to my left here, and then to my right, just this little platform here. So, heading back this way, there's just this section here that remains something of a mystery. Okay, stops right there, and keeps going this way. But is backfilled to the top here, and keeps being backfilled as far as I can see. So I don't really feel like crawling my stomach through that. So I think I'll wrap it up here. I'm back where those winches on the ore carts are, and that wind's dropping down there with the cribbing there on the left. And I was looking at the stuff in front of me, I completely missed this right in front of us. This is for moving the ore carts around. In other words, the ore cart would come up from the left onto here, they'd rotate it, and they would go out of the mine this way, or they would just bring the carts directly through here. Point is, you can do whatever you want when you can rotate that to whichever direction you want the carts to go. I'm gonna just go down here a little ways. There's a lot of other stuff in this mine. I don't want to spend too much time inside just stopes, because it seems like the best stuff is outside the stopes. There's a pillar here, and another pillar there, and there. There are just stopes and pillars all over the place. Still going down this winds here to the track in front of me. In the interest of completeness, I had second thoughts about skipping this section, so I will actually do it. So there's looking up at the top of the winds, and you can see some of the big pillars down here. And it looks like there's a level or a drift or something right there. And then this one here, I think it just drops down into an area that I cannot access. But it's worth checking to be sure. Man, it is mucky down here. Okay, yeah, this one stops here, and you can see it pinches off in the water right there. And I'm not a fish, so I cannot get into that one. And the way that water looks, I don't think I'd want to anyway. Alright, there's that flooded pit we just checked out. I'd like to know what's down there, because if there was a winds that they put in to extend down there, it must be something good, but unfortunately we won't know. Just a quick refresh. It's stopes all over here, extending out and around. Top of the winds right there, and we've got some stuff up here, but I think it'll be easier to access it by coming up here. And big jumble of pipes and such here. Here's looking down to that winds, and see the pipes run off that way, and then there's something here in front of us that drops down. Okay, that just drops down to another flooded section. Wait, unless there's something taken off to the right. Hold on. Okay, making my way down. I just saw that track went off to the right. So you can see there's rail coming down here, so they must have winched ore carts out of here as well. So yeah, that's flooded there. However, off to the right here is not flooded, and leads to a pit. I bet this might be that winds we just went down. Yeah, that's the winds that we just went down. So let's go see where that other branch goes. All right, that's the section we just looked down. And again, that winds is right there. And we have all these pipes behind us that lead off in this direction. Through the stopes. A lot of water coming down from there. And the passage leads off through here. A piece of rail right there in front of me, and there was rail here, but it's been pulled up. You can see the indentations in the ground, and it looks like we have a drop off right there. I hear running water, and there's a big void here. Alright, I am pretty sure we were down there earlier. Yeah, I recognize that stuff. You guys recognize this one? We were poking around down here earlier. Alright, let's go back and continue down that main drift. Alright, this is that large junction where I came in from that direction and chose to go this way, which we just finished exploring. And we had, or have, this significant looking stuff over here, and it looks to be a small little drift here. I'll just go down here real quickly to make sure there's nothing here, because with this mine you never know. Got a, looks like a collapsed ore chute here. Yeah. So this is what a collapsed ore chute looks like. You can see a fair amount of material came down it, and then the wood just rotted out. Could not support it anymore. Alright, we just came from the collapsed ore chute there, and we've got this direction in front of us. Jumble of stuff here. There's a stope here on my left, leads way up there. On my right, big surprise, there's another pit. You know how I said that there was some water dripping down? I was on a lower level and we looked over at a stope, and I said there must be something there because there's water running down. I think this is where that is. Looks just like it. Got some cribbing here. Not sure how well it's doing its job, but there's cribbing there nevertheless. Another chute, or the remains of a chute here, and it's all stoped there. Got a big rock that came down here, and getting really muddy. All right, I'm just past that cribbing. And you can see an ore chute here on my left. On my right, we have an enormous stope. All these stopes are enormous. That plunges down here, which again I think is one that we looked up to from somewhere down there. That is a bit of a shock to plunge into waist deep mud. So here is the ore chute, as I mentioned. And ahead of us, sorry, this is hard going through the mud. Okay, there's the cribbing and ore chute there. We have a passage leading off to a dead end there. We've got a very large stope here. I'm running out of adjectives for things that are big. And we've got a drift running off this way. Check out the one in front of us right now. Okay, what do you know? Another enormous stope. Got pillars and just huge caverns and cavities all over the place. That's where I came in from there. And that's, I wish I had a laser with me, but that's probably 150 feet away over there to give you a sense of scale. That opening right there, I bet, is that other passage we just looked down. I bet it loops around here. I see a pit right there. I see an ore cart there. And more, sorry, I just exhaled. Created a bunch of mist. There's another pillar there. Stuff just running off everywhere. I'll head over here in this direction. There's a look down the pit. That looks like an ore pass to me. More cavernous chambers. There's a solitary ore cart. Another ore chute here. Looks like it just goes back there and stops. I see some ore cart wheels right there. You see some more track or something in there. A lot of water dripping down here. Got a giant pillar next to me. And I think that other passage is that one right there. So I'll go look behind me really quickly, because I think this stops just over here. See the stope runs up there. No, of course it doesn't stop. There's some track here blocking, and got more passages running around. Looking muddy. That runs into a stope there. This is back. There's another ore chute back there. That, I think, is where that other ore chute, where we looked down that drift where the other ore chute was. And this keeps running that way. Decisions, decisions. Well, as long as I'm here, start with the left one. This one is the shortest. There's another absolutely enormous stope here. I need another word than enormous. I'm using enormous too much. I'll say giant for a little while. I see an old ladder right there. That's cool. And some track there. Stopping at there's a stop right there to stop the ore carts from continuing. This is an ore chute up here, and that's the end right there. Alright, that's the passage we just finished exploring. That's the area we originally entered from, and I've got this passage behind me here. Somebody's glove is right there. All right. Another rail line running this way, and that way. Before I start on this one, I think I should go back and finish looking at those others. So I think I'm going to do that.